Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Trans World Airlines Ford Tri-Motor service from Port Columbus, Ohio to somewhere else. Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. I'm DerTebbers. We are here with the Ford Tri-Motor. You're about to see a really bad glitch in graphics. Not this. This is actually pretty good. Look at that. Actually, it was World Travel Airlines, but whatever. I wanted to call it TWA, so I did. That is a beautiful Ford Tri-Motor. Ready for the graphical glitch? Ah! It does clear up eventually, but it's really weird. I have no idea. I mean, I see what it's doing, but I don't know why it's doing it. All right, we're back inside our Ford Tri-Motor. Does it have any flaps? It shouldn't. No, it doesn't. Good. Had to make sure. All right. The Ford Tri-Motor, also called just the Tri-Motor and nicknamed the Tin Goose. Let's take off. We'll run up our three Pratt & Whitney Wasp C 9-cylinder radial engines producing 420 horsepower each. That's 313 kilowatts. For the rest of you, the way we're going to go eventually. Like away we're going to go. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, there we go. In the air, in the air, in the air we go. All right, we're going to slow down the throttle a little bit. See if I can, oh, that's not gonna work. Come on. There. In the air. Come on. I'm trying to trim the tail. There we go. Alright, tail is now trimmed. We are now trimmed. This was a 3-engine, obviously, tri-motor, duh, 3 engines. Transport aircraft that was first produced in 1925 by the company of Henry Ford and continued production until June 7th, 1933. That's an 8-year production cycle. That the Ford Tri-Motor used all-metal construction was not a revolutionary concept, but it was certainly more advanced than the standard construction techniques of the 1920s. So it didn't break any ground by being all-metal, but it was unusual. The aircraft resembles the Fokker F7 Tri-Motor, but unlike the Fokker, the Ford was all metal, allowing Ford to claim it was the safest airliner around. Now its wings and fuselage followed a design pioneered by Junkers during World War I with the Junkers J1 and used post-war in a series of airliners starting with the Junkers F13, which was a low-wing monoplane. A number of the Junkers F-13s were exported to the United States, and the Junkers K-16, which is a high-wing airliner of 1921, and the Junkers G-24 Tri-Motor, all of which were constructed of aluminum alloy, which was corrugated for added stiffness, although this does increase drag. All this was used by Ford, they believe, to create the Tri-Motor. In fact, so similar were the designs. Whoa, weird graphics. Okay, that must be the plane. Look at that. Let's get in the plane for a minute here. So similar were the design that Junkers sued and won when Ford attempted to export their aircraft to Europe. Unlike many of the aircraft of the era extending through World War II, its control surfaces were not fabric covered, but were also made of corrugated metal. You think about all of those World War II aircraft that we've covered, a lot of them had fabric-covered control surfaces. Well, this one did not. As is common for the time, its rudder and elevators were actuated by wires that were strung along the external surfaces of the aircraft. You can see there's some wires right there, running along the external of the aircraft. Weird graphics. Wow! Back in the plane. Engine gauges were also mounted externally. You can actually see them if I can get this aircraft to cooperate. Slow down a little bit. There's our gauges. Those are our engine gauges right there. Hey, what's going on with engine 1? I don't know. Look over there. Oh, look at that. Look over there. There's that one. Oh, look. Yeah. And then, of course, your main engine would probably be right there in front of us somewhere. I don't know where, but I would presume it's one of those gauges in front of us. The combination of metal structure and the simple systems led to the reputation for ruggedness for this aircraft. Rudimentary service could be accomplished in the field with ground crews able to work on engines using scaffolding or platforms. In order to fly into otherwise inaccessible areas, you just slap some skis or floats on your trimotor. I love the steering wheel down here for turning. It looks like a gear shift right there. I have no idea what that does, but that looks like a gear shift. While Ford didn't make any profit on his aircraft business, Henry Ford's reputation lent credibility to the infant aviation and airline industry, and Ford helped introduce many aspects of modern aviation infrastructure, including paved runways, passenger terminals, hangars, airmail, and radio navigation. Without Ford, those things would have eventually happened, but just would have happened slower. A total of 199 Ford Trimotors were built between 1926 and 1933. Where did our runway go? Anybody remember? Well, there's a runway over there, obviously. Where's Port Columbus? Can we look outside without... No, we can't look outside without it going wackadoodle, but alright, hold on. Okay. Gotta turn around. Alright, got it. Alright, there. Alright, we're gonna land this bird. Alright, so 199 of these were built between 26 and 33, including 79 of the 4AT variant and 117 of the 5AT variant, which are just some uprates to the engine, and some experimental aircraft. Well over 100 airlines of the world flew the Ford Trimotor. From mid-1927, the type was also flown on executive transport duties by several commercial non-airline operators, including oil and manufacturing companies. The impact of the Ford Trimotor on commercial aviation was immediate, and within a few months of the introduction, transcontinental air transport was created to provide coast-to-coast operation. But it wasn't really coast-to-coast. The airline had to rely on rail connections and deluxe Pullman trains that were based in New York, being the first part of the journey. Passengers then rendezvoused with their Ford Trimotor in Port Columbus. That would begin a hop across the continent, ending in Winoka, Oklahoma, where they would pick up another train. That would take them on to Clovis, New Mexico, where they would then hop on the next Trimotor to end up at the Grand Central Air Terminal in Glendale, a few miles northeast of Los Angeles. So while they billed it as transcontinental air service, you did a large chunk of it by train. Kind of not truth in advertising, but you know, whatever. Ford Trimotors were also used extensively by Pan Am for its first international scheduled flights from Key West to Havana, Cuba in 1927. Eventually, Pan Am extended their service, of course, into Central and South America. But this gave them their first teething into international flight before the famous one-trip Pan Am Clippers. Now, the heyday of this aircraft was brief, lasting only 8 years, when more modern airliners began to appear, such as the DC-3. Still, without this aircraft, modern aviation would have evolved a little bit differently, at least a little bit slower. We're going to go for this runway right here because I think we can make this turn. Crew aboard was pilot, co-pilot, and flight attendant. Capacity was 10 passengers, and in 1933, if you wanted to buy one of these brand new from the factory, it would cost you $42,000, which was a whole lot of money back then. Maximum speed was 150 miles an hour, which is 241 kilometers an hour, and it had a range of 550 miles, which was 885 kilometers. All right, let's put this bird down. Look at her. Aww. It is a very nice looking aircraft. All right, look at that. We now have this has magically cleared itself up. Oh, hey, hello. Let's actually try to land on the runway. Ah, well. All right, a little bit on the dirt. There. Still, a very famous aircraft. And very well done model. The only thing I've got an issue with, obviously, is that graphical glitch that occurs when you first start up, and you saw it appear also when we were in the third view, or the second view, whatever. That weird graphical glitching is the only thing I don't like about this aircraft. Other than that, this aircraft looks really, really nice. I mean, you can even look back and see, hey, what's up, people? How's it going back there? I also love that you've got your gauges properly located out here. In fact, I think, yep, even working. Look at that. Is that not amazing? That was a really good job. That the mod author thought about it, researched it, and knew, hey, I need to put this out here. And then what I don't see is, where are my gauges for up here? Presume. Oh, there they are. Okay, yeah. Right there is my RPM and oil for the front engine. Very nice, very nice. All right. The only thing I would ask if anyone finds the mod author is, hey, could you fix this weird graphical glitch thing going on? It'd be great. All right, we just opened up our main exit. There it is, right there. Very nice. All right. The link to this aircraft is down below in the description as always. I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Flight Simulator Explained spotlight of the Ford Tri-Motor. The true genesis of quote-unquote safe air travel. Until next time, happy flying, everybody.